This is crazy. I need to be able to see myself at the least. Okay. Waiting. This is dark. It's marginally better. Uh, huh. The bad parts of moving where the cam is for whatever reason, but I decided to do that is that continue. Continue. Okay. Um, what am I? Oh yes, the chat. Terrible chat box. Test the chat to make sure it works on every. Okie dokie. Um, is there a way? Is this really? Ew. This is really all I can do? For real? Do, 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 do. Um, hmm. Die on what? And people die on it. Whoa, whoa. I don't know how to have the chat open now. Because the game I want to play is too big. We'll figure it out. And also, in the same realm of we'll figure it out. Uh, least convincing. Oh, and just I close every single YouTube. Okay. Well, it's fine. I don't need to see how the stream's doing. I actually hear my voice. That's a lie. I don't know why I didn't pull that up. I need to hear my voice to see if the audio's good. Me when I lie. Okay, I'm gonna keep on talking so that when I do this. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Well, hello. Um, I took a unexpected, unplanned, not voluntary hiatus over the weekend. Mostly in the sense that I wanted to fix what was happening over here, and learned that I don't know. That's my final answer. I do not know. And to ensure that the dream stays alive, aka the fact that I don't disappear for weeks on end again, I thought we'd do this impromptu stream of. Oh shit. Okay, wait. This is actually hilarious. No, the whole thing does not fit. This is crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. It's too wide. Oh, there you go. Nope, not there you go. Okay. That black space? It is. It's I would prefer it to be up than down, so that way I can see how much space I have to work with. For real, for real. Um. Okay, wait. Now I actually have to figure out how this works. How how do I fit this into a screen? Do I not make it full screen? Perhaps, mayhaps. Let's see if I. Oh, I see. Does this make a difference? Wow. Shockingly, it does. All right, did not expect that to actually make a difference. So the only negative to this is that like I can't actually see the chat unless I guess I'll use my phone to have the chat down here? Question mark. There's a projector option here. Wait, streamer learns new tech while streaming? Perhaps. What is this? Am I able to play? I am able to play. I'm not able to play. Okay, wait. Full screen projector? Perhaps? No, I'm able to like move around. Okay, let me actually put this is too quiet for my liking. And there's no way to see the chat on my phone. Ooh. Boom. Is there a way? Has to be a way. Hold on. Let me cook. I know. What's that website? Alright, there you go. Just like that, I cooked. So we're just gonna play a couple rounds of this. I did originally want to make this an impromptu Q&A by having some like questions pulled up, but I don't know. I feel like anything I would pull up would be generic, no? It's been 7 minutes and nothing's happened in game, so we're just gonna keep on going and assume that everything is a-okay, because there's been no dropped frames, and the stream is going great. You know, we're living the dream. For all intents and purposes, we're living the dream. Not my goat has returned. I have. Oh, that doesn't appear on stream. The overlay. Okay, wait. After this game, I've returned for the sake of returning, because this is the only game that I can actually play on my computer where it doesn't lag, and it's because it's a card game. +6? Was this always +6? This is crazy. I'm gonna do this though. So, we're here to keep the dream alive. That's why I named it the title, to keep the dream alive, because it really is just so that I don't go another 3 weeks without streaming. It's okay, you know, we're great. We downgraded, I fear. No, never that. Well, honestly, I'm kind of offended that's even like. And what is this? Oh, did I do this? Oh, this is a bad idea. But I want to do this. I'm actually kind of offended that downgrading was even an option. I'm gonna be so for real. I don't know what to play, so this is why I'm stalling. Maybe we did downgrade, because what do I play? Fuck it. Snape of the Century prep. Oh no, I don't have it. Okay. Oh my god. Wait. Hook. It's a card game. Roblox viewers. Roblox with. Oh my god. Roblox with viewers stream when? It's a card game, and what's wrong with a card game? This is crazy anti-card game rhetoric that I have on my chat right now. And honestly, I should not stay in for this. I should actually leave and fix the overlay. But because Ravenpaw specifically said that, like, insulted the fact that this is a card game, I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna win this game. Wait, can I even win this? Yeah, I can't win this. Okay. Watch. I'm gonna win this. Oh, what? Oh, I see. Okay, I thought that would screw us both over. I'm gonna be so for real. Um, yeah, I might have lost this. Do I stay? Okay. I talked myself out of it. So while I fix this, I guess on my phone, I'll initiate plan. You know what? Never mind. Let me fix this first, and then we'll see if I initiate any plans. But if I do this, yeah. So, where do we go from here? Like, where do we go from here? I guess I have to do. I'm gonna be so for real. I didn't. It told him what to do, and I didn't see it. It is window capture. Where's window capture? Reading is so fundamental, guys. Select the window to capture. Okay. I guess I have to open it. Are you here now? You're still not here now. Why? Okay, I guess I don't know. There's no overlay. There's no fancy overlay for shooting. All right, part 2. I want to see if this is. I was supposed to do this research beforehand because I wanted to answer questions while I play the game to keep this somewhat interesting. But random. It we do things off the cuff of off the cuff here. Random question generator. All right, let's see if this random question generator will actually do its purpose. Oh, there's a little. Let's just focus on this. There's a little duck here. Look at this. Look at the little homie. Surely this site will generate random questions. Q&A core? Yeah. Never mind. This I fear. This like, what am I supposed to say? The group leader? I'm the group leader? What type of? I'm the group leader? Question mark? What type of question is this? Okay, admittedly, I could answer this question because I have been doing more reading as of late, but it's not a very interesting question. Sorry, it's not a very interesting answer. I can even go get it right now. Okay. So before I show you this book, let me just say I'm a highly susceptible person, alright? I'm very if I like something and I find out it's an adaptation, my willpower to resist to buy the original material to see how that works, how it compares, is very non-existent, alright? So I literally don't know if it was this year or last year. Whenever oh my god. It's the name of the story, and I'm trying to remember the name is before I look it up. Looking it up. Oh, The Fall of House of Usher. There you go. That's what I watched on Netflix. I watched that on Netflix. Mike Flanagan. First of all, that was the first and only Flanagan show I've ever watched. But apparently he's kind of goated when it comes to Netflix horror shows. So I mean, shout out Flanagan, I guess. Anyways, I watched that show and I loved it. So I'm like, okay, let me try on this for a size, because what the Fall of House of Usher did, right? Wait. What the Fall of House of Usher did was that each episode was literally an adaptation of a different story from Edgar Allan Poe. And I thought, you know what? Sure. Obviously, this dude lives in the 1800s. Obviously, I knew that it wasn't going to be a one-to-one recreation of stories, right? And that kind of also intrigued me with a bit. So, you know what? I gave it a shot. First of all, okay, this is scary. Uh, when I bought the book, I knew what I was getting myself into. I cannot stress this enough. All right, it's like me being getting Shakespeare and then being mad that like the language isn't the same. Okay, like I know what I'm getting myself into when I ordered Edgar Allan Poe. That being said, however, my God, he is the most infuriating writer I've ever seen. Mostly because he over explains things, and this isn't even a valid criticism because it's to prove a point to the most part. Like the first story I read, because I wanted to go by episode, was the Red Death, or Masquerade of the Red Death, something like that. And the whole point of that is, the concept is that there was this plague that was infesting this kingdom, and then this prince basically locked himself out from the rest of the world. And in the palace, everyone was having a party while like the peasants were like dying of the plague, right? And so Mr. Poe spends so much time emphasizing the I don't want to say Edgar Allan Poe was a shit back in middle school. Oh my god, I actually like I wasn't. The only reading I did in middle school was the graphic novel of like Bones. I don't know if that was a thing in America, but it was a huge by 6 points. I lose by 6 points. Are we being for real? Are we being for real? I'm pretty sure this is a bot too. I lost to a bot. Nobody lost to. No, did I lose to a bot? Hold on. Before I continue my story, did I lose to a bot? I did not lose to a bot. Never mind. Okay. My ego's good. We just read short stories all the time, to be honest. No, what I had in middle school was we did like deep dives of the book for like half the year, and like the other half was a different book. Like in middle school was like what, grade 6, right? Okay. Cards on the Table. That I Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me today? This only applies to grade 7 and 8, alright? Grade 6 we just did. I don't know what I did in grade 6, to be honest. That, my whole 6th grade is just obfuscated by like something else that happened in 6th grade. It has nothing to do with me, but everything to do with the class that I was in and how cooked that class was. But anyways, grade 7 was The Giver, and then we read a different short story about about a grandma and a granddaughter. I forgot the name of the book, but I remember not liking it as much as The Giver. The Giver's goated. Shout out Giver. And in grade 8, I read The Hatchet. I don't remember what the other book was in grade 8, but yeah, we did full books at my middle school. Anyways, back to this. It spends like I'm gonna exaggerate a little bit because it's been so long since I read The Hatchet was good. It's been so long since I read it. But let's just say it was 4 pages. He spends 4 pages describing the palace, right? And I understand why he does that, right? It's to show like how well put together, how airtight this place is, and also to like do the contrast of like there's supposed to be a plague that's like infesting this kingdom, and we have like all royalties and nobles just partying it up at the palace, right? and it even goes to show how, like, I understand why he does it. All right, look, I get it, I understand it, but also I'm gonna need him to get to the point. All right, I'm not like reading 4 pages of palace descriptions was kind of boring, even though I know what it was for. It was just, anyways. Because this was last year. All right, about this last year, I read the Masquerade of the Red Death. Didn't like it. I put it down. Never touched it again. This year, I read a different short story. It's the first short story here. I think it's like the adventures of. Find out. The unparalleled adventure of one Hans Prefal. Anyways, he spends 2 pages. I know this for a fact because I just tried to read this yesterday. He spends 2 pages describing a balloon, and I put it down again. So, even though I'm sure there's a purpose in spending that much time on the balloon, I kind of don't care because I'm gonna like he needs to get to the point. To give credit where credit's due, I do like his poems. The Raven is kind of goated. I love the Raven. Raven's goated. So I mean, this wasn't a complete waste, but I mean, the short stories are not it in the slightest. Look at that. It's been like 10 minutes, and I said it was gonna be a boring answer. I mean, it kind of really is. I just talked a lot. Let's see. Doesn't really. I don't really have a scar, but I mean the best I can do is to explain like I had to get stitches on my chin like right around here in grade 8. For the most embarrassing. Oh, this is Arishem. I'm protecting my mental health. Um, his name is Dwayne Johnson, and he has a wrong profile picture. This is a bot. On a bot. I respect this. Anyways, I had to get stitches like around this area of my neck in grade 8 because I literally tripped on air, and like I bashed my chin on like this rock thing on the yard. It was literally so embarrassing. Like I was running, and then like instead of stopping normally, I jumped to end the run, and I didn't land properly. And then by not landing properly, I just hit my chin on this like rock thing that was in the schoolyard. Yeah, it was super embarrassing. I mean, hindsight, it was super embarrassing. When it happened, I was kind of freaked out. What was so crazy was like I was ready to go on with my normal day when it happened, right? And like 5 minutes after it happened, someone came up to me. He's like, "Yo, you're kind of like bleeding all over the place." And then that's when I started to freak out because that was kind of scary. But literally just jumped, did not hit the landing, tripped, and then I got like 2 stitches right here, and that's to make me feel better. The principal pulled up to me because I went to a Catholic school, so I remember after I was chosen to do a reading on mass, so like I was sitting right next to the principal during mass, and the principal pulled up to me. He's like, "Hey, don't worry about it. You know, my son also has a scar, and he calls it like a war scar, a battle scar." And I'm just there like, yeah, I was traumatized yesterday, but yeah, I appreciate the attempt. But like, I really do appreciate the attempt at making me feel better. But also, probably wasn't the most appropriate time because like it was literally just a day ago, and all I remember was just losing a shit ton of blood. So, all right. All right. I kind of cooked this this random question generator, but I mean, so far, I mean, we're gonna do 5 more questions on this. Is this if you oh wait, I didn't actually read this. I kind of showed you this. If you lost all your possessions but one, what would you want it to be? I don't know. I need more information about this because I can't really answer it. Because am I like still in a functional society and I just happen to lose everything but one thing? Then I would probably pick something sentimental. But if I was like trapped in an island and that's why I only have one possession, then I'd probably want something to help me get out the island. So I can't really answer that. Phone? Do I have any nicknames? Oh my god. Okay, wait. This site after I complimented it is actually pizza or tacos. Mountains are okay. I'm getting off the site. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I need to get to another game. Do I generate another on a different site now? There you go. Ooh, wait. Okay. This one says, "What's your famous person story?" Don't have one. Unfortunately, I like, but I do have a movie story where there were pizza or tacos while we must pit two divas against each other. So it's such a random pairing too. Like how did we come to this question? Anyways, no famous person story, but there was time when they were filming a movie behind my house. I remember it explicitly. It was Fahrenheit 451. They were filming Fahrenheit 451, literally around the corner from where I lived. I don't know if it was a movie or it was a show. I literally I searched it up a while ago to see if it ever got made, and nothing popped up. So I don't know. Maybe it was a fever dream, and I've been lying to everyone that this story happened. But anyways, I was coming home from soccer practice, right? And all of a sudden there was like this part of the neighborhood that was completely blocked off, and I was like, oh, that's weird, what's going on here, right? I don't know. And my dad slowed down, and he also kind of investigated because we were both very curious about the fact that like everything was blocked off. And he picked up on the fact. I think if I remember correctly, someone talked to him. But let's just for the sake of the story, say that he picked on the fact all by himself that they were filming a movie there, right? So he turns to me, and he's like, "Don't be too loud, but they're filming a movie here." And of course, silly me, what do? But say, "Oh my god, they're filming a movie here," in the loudest voice possible, where someone from the film crew noticed us and told us that we had to leave because obviously we couldn't stay there while they were filming a movie. So that was I could have been part of something very, very special there. But I fumbled in my own bag because silly, what was that, like 15-year-old me just had to yell at the top of my lungs, "They're filming a movie here." That could have been the start of my Hollywood career, for all I knew. Gordon Ramsay was filming an episode of Kitchen Nightmares in the town next over from mine, and I'm so mad I didn't get to meet him. When Tisha got to meet him though, that's crazy. That is actually insane. In the realms of famous persons, if this fits, are YouTubers? Can we officially put YouTubers on famous person people category? Question mark. When I was younger, there's a YouTuber that I used to watch that came to Toronto. And I was so excited about that, but he came while I was in school. I was like, oh, like he was doing a sorry. Context. He was doing a whole fan meeting during the hours I was at school. I was so depressed because it was like, dang, I'm not gonna be able to meet him. Happy ending to that. The guy turned out to be a massive weirdo. So I mean, blessing in disguise, I didn't actually meet him because that would not have been a well memory in hindsight. All right. Question 2 from this site. Please generate something better, por favor. What do you consider the most difficult food to eat? What am I supposed to answer? Leon's voice actor was also at a convention like an hour away from me, and I'm so mad I wasn't able to go. Yeah, I have so many fan expos. There's a surprising like large amount of people that go to like fan expos, and I've never been there. Tickets are expensive as hell, and I was like, once I have money, I always said that if I ever get rich, the first thing I'll do is without skipping a beat, is to get a cosplay of what? I don't know, but like a real authentic costume of something that I like. Is there a difference? Alright, because cosplay... Actually, wait, hold on. Leon Kennedy cosplay? I mean, that's just a cop costume, right? Costume versus cosplay. I use the term interchangeably. Okay. I mean, they can be used interchangeably. Damn, I didn't find another question. Louis. Hold up, Daniel. You have to wait for me for a little bit. What's the strangest thing I've ever found? Do I even explore like that? For real, for real? I'm trying to think. Surely I found something. And I'm not doing this just for the sake of doing this, by the way. Like, I feel like that question unlocked something in me. And I generally do not know what I unlocked. Oh god. I'm not making my case well here, so I guess we're moving. Have a moment in life you wish you could relive? This took a surprisingly. I like how I criticize these questions, but it's also like I'm voluntarily reading them out loud, so I could just like not read them and no one would ever know that these questions exist, and I'm not choosing to answer them. Oh shoot. This is the answer. If I would choose something to relive, would it be, I don't know, because as cheesy as I don't know, because I have an answer that I want to say, but also I feel like it's scary. We're gonna do this. And we're gonna do this. This be enough even from here? Okay, hold on. What are you? Oh, actually, wait. Cook. Cook. Oh my god. Definitely this. Oh, but I don't have parody. Never mind. I'm so sorry, stream. Give me a sec while I go back to my story. I think it's this then. The relive question. I don't. It's weird for me to answer this because I actually don't remember the details of the sale that much because it was so long ago. You let me cook Ravenpaw, but I think I just lost very badly as well. I lost very badly. This is nowhere near. I'm supposed to be at a 55 when I have a 9. I'm supposed to be at a 55 when I currently have a 9. uh, I promise you I'm good at this game. I promise you I'm good at this game. I promise you I'm not this bad at the game, alright? This is... It's crazy. You know, what's funny is that before hopping on the stream, I didn't check the stats of this deck. I'm like, you know, I've been running a lot with this deck, and I think that's really cool how I'm actually picking things up after a year of playing, by the way. But you know, I'm finally picking things up. Every single game on this stream so far, I've lost. Not even close, by the way. Well, there was one game where I lost by 6. But anyways, to answer the question real at the moment, I'm gonna do a tiger. All right. I feel like I've been on this question for too long, and I already said that I can't really go into details of it because I don't actually remember most of the details of it. But I feel like that's my answer for the time being at this stage of my life. What's the last thing I complained about? Actual question from the site. Crazy. Well, I mean, I'm streaming, so... What tech advance are you looking forward to in the future? Now, let me repurpose this question by making complaints. I'm going to answer the other question by repurposing this question and say that I really hate the direction the AI is going. That's my complaint and tech answer. Shit is terrible in every sense of in every conceivable sense of the way. Like, I'm in the 3rd year course. A 3rd year course that you need to pass in order to graduate from my program. And a TA revealed to us two informations that are closely related that cannot be like interparsed. The first part was because our class was split into 2 groups. So the TA talked about my group having a significantly higher average on 2 assignments than the other group. Ours was like a B+ average, and then the other group was at C- average, right? Cool, goated. Feed your ego a little bit, right? He then revealed that 90, I'll repeat, 90% of the class used AI to hand it in. And you know what? Here's yes. 90% of the class used AI. And you know, let me state the obvious. Cheating is a cooked practice, right? Because at the end of the day, you spend so much effort in getting away with cheating that you could have just spent actually doing the assignment. All right, cool. But that said, if you're going to cheat, at least actually put the effort in, because a third fact that the TA hop on Google, bro. A third fact that the TA revealed is that of these 90% of people that handed in completely AI written work, a majority of them didn't even hide it. Like, they kept the preface of like, here's the response based on you're looking for. Like, they kept that part in, and they just copied and pasted it. They kept that part in. They didn't even bother to take that part out. No shame is crazy. Exactly. It's just like, I don't know. there's either way you look at it is like, I don't know. It's like if you'd asked me, um, I don't want to say 10 years ago because 12-year-old Red would not have a fully developed mind to talk about it. But I also don't want to say 5 years ago because that's where. If you just asked me vaguely about AI, I would have said that it was a cool concept because of all like the sci-fi stuff, right? But I forgot that people suck. People suck. Same with AI art. That shit pisses me off so much as an artist. Don't even get me started with that. So now seeing it, what AI looks in reality, like what we're doing with AI in reality, it's just like, damn. Don't even want these other tech advancements when, like, what? Like, I generally, like, sure. I get the appeal, I guess, of using AI to do your assignments, but also, like, it's not even accurate 90% of the time. So it's just like, if you're using the cheat, talking about current events, I didn't think that you stooped so low. Okay. In all fairness, Alan, in all fairness, it all started with this question of what tech advancement am I excited for, and I just repurposed it to just shit talk AI. So. But what I was saying is that, like, sure, if you're gonna cheat and you want, work smarter, not harder, sure, whatever. But like, it's not even accurate. So not only are you taking a gamble of getting caught and then being expelled by using AI, you're not even getting good marks even if you don't get caught. So like, truly, what is the point of using it in any degree whatsoever? All right. It's been a while since I've been in the game. I know my ego's been hurt a lot this stream by losing every single game. Hello, Thor. You have. Okay, you're not a bot. I skipped it. But what's the best trick? Someone. Their butt screwed, but their minds didn't. I skipped it, so I can't show the stream this. But one question was. Oh shit, no way. No way. Wait. Wait. Let me think. What was the question that I actually liked? Oh my god, this is what's happening here. Yeah. Okay, I guess it just escaped. Can I go back? Wait, what happens if I press back? I go back to Google. Okay. Conversationstarters.com. Let's try. What's your favorite oatmeal? I don't like oatmeal, so none. The answer may surprise you. If I do this, have you moved? Yeah, you're in the center before. I'm just gonna. I don't want to skip this turn because that seems bad. I'm just gonna do this. I also don't have things. Okay. What qualities do you value most? How do you like your eggs cooked? What do you miss most about being a kid? What scares you most about the future? What's your favorite ice cream crazy? What's your earliest memory? What's my dream job? If money was not an issue, what would you do? Kind of give that away. I said I would buy I think it's this. I would buy cosplay of what? I don't know, but Oh wait, I think the question was answers the questions goofy, but none of these are like. Oh wait, this is actually really interesting. Do you read reviews about a movie before deciding whether or not to watch it? Um. Also, why did I do this? This is actually objectively terrible. Because now I can't. Now I can't do this. And I need to do this to make him bigger. Oh my god. We're just gonna do this. Um. Yes. But also, I don't like. That one was for you, Ravenpaw. I don't let that sway my opinion too much. Like, when Madam Web came out, and everyone said it was a bad movie, like, I was very curious, actually, because everyone said it was the worst movie they ever watched, and I can't help but be curious, because the way I watch television is that even if something's bad, as long as it's entertaining, I'll still like consider it good in my point of view. Madam Web was a terrible movie, right? It was actually really bad. They very noticeably dubbed over the villain in a way that they didn't even try to hide it whatsoever. But it was so bad that it kind of wrapped around to being okay. Like I still had an enjoyable time watching it because like they didn't try at all, and I can't help but like laugh at the prospect of these people spent all this time, right? Like they gathered actors, they gathered writers to take the script, they got directors, they built. Did they build a set? I don't know. I can't even tell you if the movie was green screen or not, to be honest. But they spent all this effort on something that ultimately was just like fascinatingly like I don't really mean this in a like overly cruel way, but it was like fascinating how, because if you look at the interviews, and I'm sure this is like mandated by the actors to say this type of stuff, right? But all of them basically say that the end product of the movie was not really in line with the movie that they signed up for originally. And I'm pretty sure Madam Web was supposed to be about protecting Peter Parker as a baby. First of all, fire concept. Everyone is pretending that that would not have been a fire concept. You're lying to yourself. But that would actually, if they stuck with that, actually would have been goated as hell. But it's just a way that they also changed Spider-Man lore for some reason. Like at one point they have the Dakota Johnson's character. Is that, I'm pretty sure that's her last name. He goes to the rainforest, and there's these spider people at the rainforest for some reason. I don't know. It doesn't really get talked about. Like the implications of he's cooking, I fear. Disney live action Charlotte Web remake. Oh my god, I have not heard about Charlotte Web in eons. That is not a name I've heard in a very long time. Yeah, so Dakota Johnson's character goes to the Amazon and she gets into contact with this like a tribe, I guess, of spider people? Question mark. And I'm confused because like at no point did they actually have to do this. Oh, my hand? Ew, no, let's not do that. And it also changes Spider-Man as a character. Me and my friend went to go see the Minecraft movie, and it was easily the most hysterical theater experience. Bro, chicken lava, hilarious, hilarious. Jack Black randomly singing that song. Again, I don't think the Minecraft movie, like everyone said the Minecraft movie is it was gonna be bad. The Minecraft movie is bad to no one's surprise. But just seeing that one clip of Jack Black saying "Chicken Lava," hilarious. I feel like I would be thoroughly entertained, even though that movie is like really bad. Anyways, Um, okay, this was okay. I'm gonna repurpose this other question. But the original question was what's an accident? Have I ever? And what's an accidental text I ever sent to someone or to a person or an email? Um, repurposing that question to one time. I had to do an assignment. It was a sociology assignment, and I had to answer questions based on the Breakfast Club. I could tell you more about it, but this was like 6 years ago, so I actually don't remember anything beyond that. But anyways, when I don't have the answers, like I have like the answer in my mind, but I don't know the wording of it. I was muted. I was muted. I was muted. I was muted. I lose this. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. What even is this? Oh, understandable. I'm gone. Let's just pretend. Let's just pretend I told the greatest story ever. All right. Let's just pretend that the I don't even know. Was I muted? Unmuted enough for you guys to know that I was talking about a Breakfast Club assignment. Let's just pretend that story was goated. Everyone had a swell time, and on to the next question. No, no. Okay, TLDR. I had to do a breakfast story assignment for a sociology class in high school. I had some placeholder texts. One of the question was why was each of the students in detention in the Breakfast Club, and the placeholder text that I put that I meant to revisit was for one of the students. I said he's in detention because he did the thing which caused another student to do another thing, and which led to the thing that led him into detention. And I meant to revisit that. I never did. I handed it in. I noticed it a day later. I noticed it, which is crazy. I didn't notice it by any other means. I was literally up at night, past midnight, and it randomly came into my mind that I never changed the placeholder text on midnight. Luckily, it was during a weekday. The next day, I just spoke to the teacher. Nepotism won me a little bit because she was like the student supervisor for student council, and I was the vice president of student council. So she kind of left me off the hook for that one, but that was kind of embarrassing. It was kind of embarrassing. As a child, what did I want to be when I grew up? I don't I don't know. That reminds me when I had a whole Google slide. It was just photos of Leon Kennedy during my rabies presentation for science class, and I forgot to remove it. So low key funny though. That is funny, and I can't say that it's not inappropriate because he's in the zombie games. In the zombie game, I mean, rabies adjacent. What is it? There was a movie that was basically where the zombies were people just with rabies. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of zombie movies, but I feel like That's a thing. What did I want to be when I was a kid? In kindergarten, with no idea what it actually meant to head in there for emotional sport because senior year was so hard, man. Honestly, valid. I had a nickel for every time I wanted to crash out on my last year within school slash institution. I had 2 nickels, but it's crazy that it happened twice. Oh yeah, so kindergarten, no idea what it actually meant to like have jobs or whatever. I said I wanted to be a restaurant owner, which is weird. Like I literally like I didn't want to be a chef. I specifically wanted to own a restaurant. I don't know what Kindergarten Red was thinking, but yeah, I grew out of that so fast, like light speed. Light speed, I grew out of that. I wanted to be an actor. The Kid Red wanted to be an actor. No, he's onto something. A restaurant owner specifically, not even a chef, just an owner of a restaurant. Yeah, that's being onto something. And I don't know what flipped between, I would say, first grade Red to like 6th grade Red, but from then on, I just had my eyes set on being a lawyer. I don't know how it came about. I literally do not remember. It was just something that kind of just, yeah, law. I want to study that. Stop. I wanted to be a lawyer too. You know what? I'll just leave it at that. I think the site that I'm on right now has served its purpose, and we're also nearing the end of the stream. So I mean, we'll do a few more questions, then I'll end the stream. Oh, this is Reddit. Streamers, choose a random question generated to get you talking. Should I go to it? Let's go. Alright, so the first question of this random generator that was specifically made for streamers, mind you, okay? Okay, this is the first question. Oh, come on, camera. There you go. First question. Can I play an instrument? This is funny. No, okay, listen. Can't play it. One of the strings is demolished. See right here. My friend's a Swiftie and he's low-key spitting facts. Oh, I mean, to be honest, I don't really care for his music. Like, I won't actively seek out listening to it, but if it's on the radio, I'll like vibe out to it. Like, it's okay. It's decent. It's decent vibey music. I'll say that. Oh my god. I keep forgetting the stream doesn't have the overlay, so I'm I also spent 2 years in high school playing the saxophone. I had fun with that. I don't know if I would say I know how to play it though. I mean, like I played it decently well, but I also only learned it during high school hours. So I also don't know what standard I was being marked on. Like I got good grades in music class while I was playing the saxophone, but I don't know what the standard is because I would imagine that like if you never played an instrument before and you still get good grades, right? Versus like if you mastered the instrument, like I don't know. I feel like marking in those classes have to function differently for. All right, we're leaving. Or not. Anyways, I played saxophone, tune or two on the guitar, and in middle school I played the trumpet. But I'll never admit that anywhere else other than on stream because I don't play the trumpet. I didn't play the trumpet well at all in the slightest. In fact, that's why I switched to the saxophone in high school because I couldn't hit any of the high notes because I didn't have any air. I clipped. I literally did not have any air to play it, so yeah, that's why I switched. Where this is not a good ending, right? This is not good. I'll stay. Finish this. Whatever. This is one of the last games. I instantly regret this because I realized what this is. This is gonna be. Oh. Wait. I lose? Oh my god. That's crazy. I was trying to do the math, but I didn't do it fast enough. I'm gonna put this back over. I always get worried that I don't put it back on the stand properly. Alright, next question. Okay. On topic of movies again, I actually want to talk about this. What is one of the worst movies you've ever watched? Easy. No contest. As much as I say I like bad movies, because I find them I find them entertaining, I mean, if you're a bad movie and you're boring, crazy combo to have because that means you truly lost the plot. Such is the case with Slenderman. That Slenderman movie, I watched it in theaters when it came out. Oh my god, that's a case of a bad movie. That's legitimately bad because it also is boring. Like they have one character whose entire arc in the movie, right. Her entire arc in the movie. Hear me out over Slenderman. Devious thing to say. Her entire arc in the movie is studying Slenderman, right? Because if I remember correctly, there was like a curse, and Slenderman was hunting them because of this curse. They compared him to a virus at the end of the movie. He treat me right. Let me repeat that last sentence again. They compared him to a virus at the end of the movie. I remember that much. And they had this one character who did nothing all movie but research him, how to beat Slenderman. And then they killed her. And like, I guess if you wanted to say how futile it is, right? To try to stop him, I guess you can do that, but they did it in a way that I remember it being so unsatisfying because you have a character who spends the entirety of her screen time doing something, it ultimately being meaningless, which isn't inherently a bad idea, but you also like literally made it meaningless. Like her character, like if you took her character out of the movie, nothing would change. And I feel like if you're going down her actions are meaningless route, you have to have her affect the narrative in some way, and they just didn't do that. I can fix him. Okay, let me go back a few minutes, and say they compared him to a virus at the end of the movie. Oh, one of the questions was, "Do you enjoy weddings?" Interesting. No, listen. I believe. I believe I will not listen. How do I describe my stream viewers? I would describe them as insane. And it's an apt description. I would describe them as insane. Ravenpaw, I don't even have to scroll. It's literally right there on the screen. Like, I don't even have to pull up the chat. It's literally on the screen still. Like, part of it's cut off, but you can still get the contents. Slenderman, he's a baddie. He treat me right. Okay, now it's no longer. Now it's no longer there. Am I a good dancer? I'm gonna repurpose this. No proof. Right. I'm once again repurposing this question. Well, first of all, the answer is no, I'm not a good dancer. But the interesting story here, and I think this is where we're gonna end off the stream, because I can't keep taking losses like this. This is actually this is really bad. I mean, no progress, by the way. Any progress I made in my rank during the stream, I lost it like 2 seconds later. This is crazy. So, am I a good dancer? No. Interesting question though is the interesting part is in 6th grade, my principal there was we were having, I guess, a principal swap. Is that what you call it? A new principal was coming in, the old principal was leaving. First of all, terrible principal. I'm gonna get sidetracked here and tell like a 2-second story of this one time in 5th grade where she came to my class, specifically sought me out to help her with something, right? So she sat in the desk next to me because the person who sat next to me wasn't there that day, unfortunately. So she came to my class, asked me for a favor, and then as I was in the middle of doing her the favor, she said, I don't know how you can get any work done because your desk is a mess. Now, granted, right? Like, sure, it could have been a mess. I won't deny that. But like, while I'm in the middle of doing you this favor, you'll say that? Like, that's crazy. Anyways, uh, so in 6th grade, the year later, Messi's part of the aesthetic. Come on, man. In 6th grade, she was leaving, and as a gift to her leaving, the whole school, even the kindergartners, the whole school had to learn to dance. Wait for it, to the song. Continue to wait for it. Right, all right, all right. Uptown Funk. I wish I could say it was true. So from January to June. Yes. From January to June, the whole school had to learn to dance. To dance. Oh my god, the whole school had to learn a dance routine to the song Uptown Funk. Okay, and sure, maybe if she was, sure, I get the gesture. Personally, we didn't see eye to eye, but whatever. Um, but it was crazy because the whole school did this. I don't like. So June came, okay, and we will. Coincidentally, the year she was retiring was an anniversary for the school as well. The whole school gathered outside in the schoolyard I think it was the 100th year anniversary. It's given cult worship. uh, the whole school got together outside in the schoolyard to celebrate the 100th year anniversary. So she went up on the roof, and we each held a photo, and eventually from the roof um she would take a photo of everyone in the yard, and it would like we were all um organized to spell out 100 using photos. I think it was the Canadian flag. So we were all organized to spell out 100 in with photos of the Canadian flag for the 100 years of the school being a school, right? After that, right? Mind you, she was still on the roof, okay? Um we immediately, without skipping a beat, I remember this. The teachers collected all of our photos, posters, whatever you want to call it, and then the gym teacher came out um with a stereo, I guess. I don't know how this was. Let's just say for the sake of the story, it was a stereo. Anyways, gym teacher came out, Uptown Funk starts playing, and we just do a dance routine to the whole song while the principal's on the roof. And then I had the wonderful joy of seeing her in high school. Like jump scare. It was actually a jump scare because I was in grade 10. I was part of the tech crew. So like whenever there was like a player, like there's an actual class learned to do the tech for the theater, and part of like the final was actually like doing the tech for like at the end of year play or the end of semester play or the end of the semester dance or the end of semester music festival. It was actually pretty cool. I love that class so much. Anyways, uh one day we were just literally moving stuff out of the storage room. I walk in, boom, there she is, chilling in the storage room of my high school. Haven't seen her since sixth grade. Jump scare. Honestly, jump scare because like, what was she doing there? Obviously having a meeting of some sort. All right, but but the way I found her was she was literally just sitting on a chair in silence. So she was obviously having a meeting there, right? I'm like confident enough to know that she was having a meeting there. Someone stepped out and she was waiting for that person to return. However, it still doesn't excuse the fact that like I like what are the chances, right? It's been 3 years. I could have gone to any number of high schools, and there she was just chilling in the storage room of my high school. Crazy how life works. Speaking of jump scare, I saw the trailer for the Springtrap DLC for Dead by Daylight. They cooked. They definitely cooked. I will be playing that assuming my computer gets fixed. Um, I'm leaving. I'm leaving for another 2 days. I actually don't know. I want to say 2 days my limit. All right, but until I get my PC fixed, I mean, there's literally oh so much that I can stream. I literally streamed card games while answering random questions on random websites. I don't think I can like scrape the barrel any more than I already have. So I don't know. 2 days is my limit, so I guess the latest you'll see me is on Friday. Cooking stream one. I actually thought about because I have a USB adapter, not a USB adapter port. Jeez. And I thought about using my USB port hooking up to the PlayStation because the PlayStation has also subscribes. Is this actually no? This is a chat, right? Well, thank you, chatter, who will shall remain anonymous at risk of saying your real name. I appreciate the subscription by Oso. Oso sees all. Okay. I actually still have him somewhere. Let me see if we can pull up Oso. Okay. Update. I don't know where Oso is, but I mean, I still have him. For context, he's a stuffed panda. um, I thought about using my USB port, hooking up onto the PlayStation, and using that as a way of carrying over the cam and the mic so I can still stream. The problem is, I guess I can test it right now. I don't know if I'm creating also has left the chat. I mean, he's here somewhere, so he's stalking the chat. But you know, he's here in our hearts in spirit. Oso's here in spirit. Um I don't know if I'm gonna create a feedback loop because the sound's coming off the TV, right? And won't the mic also pick up the TV? But then the game also has audio. I don't know. Let's try it out. You know what? The last few minutes of the stream is just purely experimental stuff. Oh! I almost dropped the mic. I almost dropped the mic. Okay, mic has been saved. That's also another thing. I need to figure out how to do this. Okay. This is the sound I would play it at. And then this is more or less where I would have the mic. I guess I would have it actually over here, right? Okay. Hello? Was the audio not working? Again? Oh my god. Second time I almost dropped the mic. Anyways, Ravenpaw. I guess I can just see from here this levels. Okay, you can hear me, but you can't hear the TV, right? Here, wait, let me actually get into a battle because that's when it would be the loudest. And I think that's an actual fair test. Okay, here, wait, hold on. I can only hear you. Go ahead. Okay, actually, maybe TV stream tomorrow. I mean, maybe PlayStation stream tomorrow. Well, what do I stream? Well, Outro's free. Should I try that? I don't know. I'll think about it. I mean, also, isn't Resident Evil on PlayStation? I don't know. Okay, I don't know how to fix the stand now. Okay, so we did the experiment. The experiment worked. Now we're in the segment of streamer has to fix his setup because his setup kind of broke while experimenting. Resident Evil? Well, okay, wait, hold on. I need to see if that's a thing. I also need to see if it's not too. If the only Resident Evil on PlayStation is Resident Evil 2, which I highly doubt it. They probably have Resident Evil 8, if anything, for free. I know they have all the games on PlayStation, all right, but I mean, respectfully, I'm not about to drop money on the system. Every single game on the PlayStation, I got it free. Shout out PS Plus, love you. Yeah, that is it for today's stream. I guess tomorrow I'll see you in a very different format because I remember State streamed on his PlayStation once. Streamed Tomb Raider, and the format was all wonky. So the first couple of minutes of tomorrow's stream will also have to be a test because I've never streamed on a PlayStation before. So come back soon, King. I hope I do. All this is out of my control. Alrighty. That is all, and I wave. Goodbye.